Oh, look at that. Trailers keep on coming. It's actually kind of weird to be getting trailers on a regular basis again. I'm still getting used to that. After a year of basically everything being pushed back, I'd just kind of gotten used to not trailers. And then when they started coming back, I'm like, oh, now they're coming back at a steady pace. I'm like, oh, okay. Like, I like trailers, but it's one of those things that's like, that's now a work thing. But you know what? Doesn't mean we can't enjoy it. So let us check out the new trailer for Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage.
All I ever wanted in this world is carnage.
Of course, the sort of pre-thing that they do.
We should be out there snacking on bad guys. I am a predator. I need to be free.
You have got to get control of your aggression.
I do like the Venom voice.
Area 51.
Shriek.
My body. You live by my rules.
What's wrong? I don't know what came over me, please. Let me fix it. So I can push it again. I'm a loser.
Trouble in Paradise.
Hey, Brock, I want to give you my story. People love serial killers. Please,
Why me?
what's mine is yours. And what's yours is mine.
Ooh.
I have tasted blood before, and that is not it.
Ooh. That's an interesting way to do that.
All I ever
Ooh.
wanted in this world is carnage.
Yep. Going lots of weapons on it. Makes sense.
I'm not a crazy man.
Yeah, you are.
Are you finished for one?
That worries me a little.
Oh, shit.
Where you going?
That is a red one.
You need to come out right now. I will make you eat everybody.
Promise.
I promise.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie, you feel like home to me. Like family.
So Shriek's not just going to be a cameo. They're going to do stuff with her. I like that. Let there be carnage.
Oh, wow.
You could just say I'm happy for you.
That was going to be us.
I am happy for you.
No.
God, I'm so sorry.
Not sorry.
These two need some serious couples counseling.
Okay. That's fun. That is fun. There's a couple things that are cool about it. There's a couple things, but like my brain is also doing that thing that it does where it's like, okay, but if this, there's possibly this issue. And I'm sorry that my brain does this with almost anything, even things that I like, but like it's... Anyways, fun. Like the feel of Venom. I really like that they are keeping the notion that not only is Venom bloodthirsty, but like he's... The symbiote is like not the peak of these things, and he's not great, and he knows when he's outmatched, and he can be a bit of a coward if he doesn't think he can dominate the fight. Like, I love that. I love how much dimension they are given to the symbiote, given that it could have just been, you know, a voice in Eddie's head going, eat people all the time. But like, it's got way more personality than that. So I love that. I'm loving their back and forth interaction. That was by far the highlight of the first movie. So happy to see so much emphasis on it here. I mentioned Shriek. She's a character who I have a little bit of nostalgia for because Maximum Carnage, the event in the comic books, was the first event that I kind of got into when I first got into comics, because I started collecting comics right when that thing started. I have almost the full run of it. So I like that, that she's here, that we see her not just in the cell, which means she's going to have more of an active part than just, oh, look, here's a reference. So cool, dig that. Woody Harrelson is a really cool pick for Cletus Cassidy for a couple of reasons. The first is he's significantly older than Cletus Cassidy is usually shown as being. Cletus Cassidy in the comics is young and manic. That's sort of his thing. He is this young serial killer who just has no filter, no limits, and will do whatever the heck he feels like doing. Having him be a little bit older and come across even as a little bit more measured, even as he has this insatiable need to kill everything, that's kind of an interesting element. And when you get an actor as good as Harrelson, like, he can sell that, no problem. I did show a little bit of concern when he had that line, "I'm not a crazy man, but I am a vengeful one." And there's like a flash of like an old picture. I'm worried that they're like gonna try and give Cletus motive for what he's doing, and he doesn't need it. He's a serial killer. That is his... Killing people is what he wants to do. Giving him the means to do it better, that's enough. He doesn't need additional layers of motivation. He doesn't need a specific target that he's going after. He just wants to kill as many people as possible. That's the threat that Carnage is. So the idea that it looks like they might be trying to get like more specific or into motivation or give him an individual target that he's going after above others, like, it's not that it's a bad thing, but it's a wholly unnecessary thing. So that makes me go a little, eh. The other thing is that I noticed he had pretty much no dialogue as Carnage. All of his lines were when we were only seeing Cletus, and then when he changed to Carnage, it was just the roars and the monster. Now, I suppose to be fair, most of the dialogue that Venom has is inside Eddie's head, even when he is the symbiote. So, like, it would be consistent to have Carnage not speak much when in the more monstrous form. The thing is, though, one of the things about Carnage and the things that lends itself to his manic nature and the glee that he has in what he does is that he quips. He kills people and he jokes about it. This is fun for him. And having him freely talk about how much he's enjoying what he's doing is part of what brings that across. And just losing that element makes it more of a straight up monster where there's a man underneath it, where honestly part of the thing with Carnage is that man was already a monster. And that monstrousness of the human being underneath the symbiote is constantly reinforced by things like his quipping as he kills people. So I do worry a little bit about removing that. Now, to be fair, that may be that they aren't that far along in finishing rendering, because obviously we see a heck of a lot more of both symbiotes and the CG in this one than we saw in the previous one. So it's fairly safe to assume that what is going on right now in terms of post-production is locking down the edit and doing all of the work and taking the time to render all of the special effects, because there's clearly going to be a lot of them. And they may still be working on dialogue portions for Carnage and have the action stuff ready to show first. That's a distinct possibility. But that's a hopeful bit of speculation on my part. That's kind of what I hope is happening, and it's not a case of he just really doesn't talk that much. Because I think losing that aspect of Carnage, it again is a little bit, it's not bad, but it is losing an aspect of the character that is part of what makes him what he is in the comics in the first place. But ultimately, we'll just have to wait and see. It still looks fun. I am definitely game for it. I just, like I said, my brain, it does the thing like, ooh, but is this an indication of a problem? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Because, I'm definitely going to see this however I'm able to do so, as soon as I can when it comes out. I haven't been jumping on movies all that fast lately. I'm still kind of hesitant to go to a theater, if I'm being completely honest. So I can't promise timely movie reviews, but I will definitely get to this one when I can. So, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, second trailer. What'd you think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, drop something down in the comments. Let us talk about it. Usual stuff, like, share, subscribe, all help me out. You really want to help me out, I got a Patreon. It's what pays my bills, keeps this whole thing up and running. Don't worry too much about it, though. Take a relaxed attitude around here so you can just come on back next time you need a break.